What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're going back to Sleep Token. Yes, indeed. Sleep Token fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bob, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Charles B, and this is actually one of Charles B's 3 prioritized requests for the month of March for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Charles. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Charles wanted to see me react to this song by Sleep Token called When the Bough Breaks. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hang on, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. As always, Charles has provided an intro for me to read to you guys, so here we go. When the Bough Breaks is the closing track on Sleep Token's debut EP 1. Although you mentioned you're not much of a lyric guy, which I am absolutely not, it's worth noting the care Sleep Token puts into their craft, as evidenced by the fact that When the Bough Breaks plants lyrical seeds that surface 7 years later in their song Euclid from their 2023 album Take Me Back to Eden. This effort highlights that the band's attention to detail and creativity can span years, connecting their music in a unique way. And one last thing, David, this track here takes a bit more time to unfold, oh boy, compared to the others you've heard so far, so try to be patient with it. I make no promises. I will try, but I make no promises. Alright, anyway, let's see. This was posted by Sleep Token. Alright, and the video has 474,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. Alright, here we go. When the Bough Breaks. Cool. Alright, let's do this.
Alright, boy, let's do this!
You can stay alive. Just tell me that you notice. Even in the dark, the way I left you breathing. Sometimes when we touch, everything we love resists. It's only just enough, even when we run with death.
I mean, the harmonies are nice.
We can be released, flowing over sorrow days. We can stay suspended, even when the bough breaks. Sometimes when we touch,
trying, man. I'm trying. I'm trying to get into this, and I just can't. God, oh, jeez. I thought we were farther than that. We're only at 4.5. God, I thought we were like 6. I've been sitting here. I've been trying with my eyes open. I've been trying with my eyes closed. I've tried keeping my mind completely blank. I have tried visualizations. I've tried, I don't know how to interpret this, but like letting the music kind of tell a story in my head with a narrative, and nothing's working. Nothing is working. This, God, you know what's sad is the last reaction I did to them just a couple days ago. So much better. So much better than this. You know, we're right back to the same droning on and on and on that we had with Thread the Needle. I just... I know there's a market for this. I know there is. I know a lot of people listen to this kind of stuff and, you know, oh, you just need to lose yourself in the music. Guys, I am trying. I am really trying. It's just not hitting home with me. Musically, it's solid. I'll give it that. It's, I hate to say it, it's unimaginative. It really is. It's bow, bow, bow. It's a triad. It's a triad. That's all it is. Do, 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 do. And that's all he's really done musically. That's all they've really done is that triad over and over and over and over again for the last 4 minutes and 38 seconds. Even when the acapella was going on at the beginning, it still fell around those triads. Now, I will say vocally, from a purely harmonic standpoint, the harmonics that it's coming up with vocally, they're nice. They're pleasing to the ear. They're done well. The modulations make sense. They all sound conducive to each other, but that's really the only compliment I can give this, are the vocal harmonies. The rest of it is just unimaginative, honestly. Let's take a triad and let's play the same triad over and over for 2.5 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, we got another 3 minutes of this to go. Let's get this over with, shall we? Oh. Okay, well, we got some new instruments. That's good. And back to the triad. Version of the triad. last 10 seconds were the most interesting part of the song. I don't know, man. I've listened to several songs now from Sleep Token, and there's been one that I liked. One I really liked, and the rest, there was the first one I listened to was all right. The other two, though, it's just not been for me, man. I don't know. I just don't know if these guys are for me or not. I think I'm just not. I don't think I'm a fan. Shoot. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Sleep Token with When the Bough Breaks. This was a request from Charles B. And this was actually one of Charles B's 3 prioritized requests for the month of March for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, Charles. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. Gotta be honest with you, folks. I didn't. Not really. This was a rough listen. I think it's pretty obvious that I did not enjoy this one. This was not a good time had by me. It goes beyond the intro. The entire song. Not the entire song, but the first 4.5 minutes of it was, just not a whole lot of fun to listen to. Luckily, the last 3 minutes came in, and that helped out quite a bit. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that it saved it, but it in a way it kind of did. Let's start off with what I need to talk about first and foremost, and that is that we are going back to the old scoring system. We've already gone back to it. We've already made the adjustment. I have no problem with doing it. I did warn everybody during the live stream that if we go back to the old scoring system, there's going to have to be some changes made. Reason for it is everybody's primary concern with the 5-star system that I was going to put into place was that we would have too many 4s. You know, there would be too many 4s given to too many bands, too many songs, too many 4s. Well, here's the thing, folks. We were already having that problem with the old scoring system. Looking at our old scoring system, if you look at the history of the channel, I would say about 2/3 of the scores I've given were between the scores of 7.4 to 8.6. Well, that's 13%. That's a very small window. 13% out of 100 scores. I'm only giving 13 different scores for 2/3 of the channel. Compare that to the 20% window that we would have had with a 5-star system. So the problem was already there. The only solution to that problem is I gotta get tougher. I gotta get harder, and I gotta make it more difficult to be able to get those 7, 8s, and 9s. And I gotta really focus on making 5 the medium ground. So everybody starts at a 5, and then it can go up, it can go down, but 5 is the starting point. I think that's where I was making my mistake. So I've made the change, I've made the adjustment. On top of that, I'm not going to be giving the score in just one way. I'm going to come giving the score in 4 different ways. You're going to get the numeric score, the old scoring system. You're going to be getting a scale grade like great, really good, pretty good, okay, not so good. You know, it'll go down. And on top of that, we're also going to keep the star rating system because some people like stars. So we're going to keep the 5-star scoring system. And I'm also going to give a letter grade for those people who just can't seem to get their mindset out of elementary school. So there we go. I'm going to give you the exact same score 4 different ways. And in all seriousness, folks, and I'm being dead serious here, if you cannot take at least one of those 4 ways and interpret it, then seriously, I can't help you. I really can't. And my best piece of advice would be to go find another channel to watch, because this is clearly not the channel for you. Okay, having said all of that, dear Lord, I gotta say this every single episode for the next couple weeks. Oh man, March is gonna be a rough month. Okay, having said all that, On a scale of 1 to 10, I know it's 0.0 to 9.9, but 1 to 10 just rolls off the tongue smoother, so deal with it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that a 4.2. Yeah, 4.2. Look, I don't like giving low scores. I really don't, but at the same time, if the song deserves it, I'm going to give it. So, and a 4.2, that's about where I think this song belongs. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, what does that 4.2 mean? Well, a 4.2 means not very good. It's not good. It's not terrible. It's not horrible, but it's not very good. It's under the middle ground. It would also equate out to a 2 out of 5 stars, and it would also equate out to a C-, a middle of the road C-. Passing, but I wouldn't be proud of it. So there we go. Yeah, 4.2, not very good, 2 stars and a C-. Now the question everybody's probably asking is, how do we get here? So glad you asked. Look, I understand that intros sometimes are a necessity and intros need to be given time to grow. I get that. I do. But when an intro takes over 2 minutes to grow, I have a hard time finding any justification for that. I really do. I mean, I've heard intros that are seriously 20 seconds long, 30 seconds long, and they get the job done just fine. I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of those 20 to 30 second intros got the job done way better than this 2 minute long intro did. So there's that. I will give credit to the vocal harmony work. The vocal harmony sounded really good when they would kick in, when they were present and they made their presence known. They did feel nice. They did sound good. They were well constructed and well executed. I will absolutely give credit where credit's due on that end. Other than that, though, the first 4.5 minutes, I'm going to be honest with you folks, it just droned on and on and on. It was not fun to listen to. And I tried. I really tried. I tried listening with my eyes open. I tried listening with my eyes closed. I tried keeping my mind completely blank. I tried trying to visualize, whether it be through lights or sound waves or whatever. I tried letting the song and the melody take me on a journey and tell a story, and that didn't work either. Guys, the first 4.5 minutes, seriously, it was rough, man. It was rough. Now, the funny thing is, right after the first pause, or after the only pause, I should say, all of a sudden, instrumentally, it kicked up a few notches. Now, was that fun? Nah. I don't know if I would say fun, but it was definitely a welcome change. It definitely added some life and some depth to the song. But fun? I don't know if I'd go that far. The most interesting part of the song, honestly, came from the rhythmic pattern that was happening in the last 15-20 seconds of the song. I'm feeling that kick in. That felt good. That actually felt good. But other than that, man, even like I said, even when the guitars kicked in, it was like it's still doing the exact same thing, and I was just doing it beefier. Well, I mean, like I said, it added some depth, it added some attitude, it added some drive, but did it do anything else other than that? Not really, no. So, yeah, this was just not for me. I don't know if I'm going to be a fan of these guys. I don't know. There was the last track I did to them. God, what was the name of the song? Now I don't remember. Oh my gosh. On the tip of my tongue. Anyway, the last reaction I did to them, that was a fun listen. That took me places. That absolutely did. That was Fields not Elysium, Fields of Elation. That's what it was. Fields of Elation. That song took me places. That song was fun to listen to. That song had some depth. It had some growth. It moved around. It changed around. It was nice. You could hear these subdivided, not subdivided, the song was subdivided into these sections, and it was nice having this journey that we could go to this place. Now we go to this place. Now we go to this place. We didn't really have that here. It was just coasting and coasting and coasting. And like I said, I know there's a demographic for that. I know there are people who love songs like that, and they can lose themselves in it, and they can, just absolutely zone out to it. Hey, more power to those people. I'm glad they enjoy doing that, and I'm glad that this kind of a song can do it for them. Me personally, I am not one of those people. Yeah, man, this was not for me. I'll be honest with you, on a personal level, and I know I'm probably gonna get slammed for saying this, but quite frankly, I don't care. On a personal level, I actually wanted to give this something down in the 2s. I mean, I was looking at, like, for me, for my own personal feeling, I was like 2.3, 2.2, somewhere in there. I'm putting this up in the 4.2 simply because of the fact that they were able to, show some really nice ability with the vocal harmonies. And the song did kick in. I will give it that. It did become a little more fun to listen to. It did become a little more interesting, but I'm not going to sit here and say that the song became fun, because it didn't. Not until the last, 10 to 15 seconds. Then it got fun. But before that, no, absolutely not for me. And listen, congratulations to them writing a song that they were going to link up with a few albums later, or on the next album that was going to come out 7 years later, whatever. Number one, why are you waiting 7 years? I don't know. But honestly, folks, I've seen other bands do it. I mean, Dream Theater, good Lord, they did it not with 2 albums, they did it with 3 different albums where they interconnected. So, I mean, does that impress me? No, not really. I've seen it done before. So, yeah, I mean, I'll give it the 4.2. I'm not personally happy about it. I'd put it much lower, but yeah, a 4.2 from an objective standpoint, that is what I feel the song deserves. So, in closing, let's wrap this all up. 4.2, not very good. 2 out of 5 stars, a C- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later, peace.